Nietzsche once wrote, "He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow." What is your why? I have had 4 joint replacements due to arthritis, an internal defibrillator due to a heart attack, and spinal cord damage with a fusion due to bone spurs gone bad. I struggle to walk because of the spinal nerve damage and am always in pain in my legs and feet. I persist because my wife of 45 years is beginning to lose cognitive functioning and is becoming confused. I want to take care of her to her end. She is the love of my life, and that is why. You are the sort of partner I strive to be for my wife. You have my respect. May I just say how moved I was because you said that's how you want to be, not necessarily how you would like your partner to be. You've inspired me today. Still working on my 2011 New Year's resolution to get shredded for the summer. Get shredded tomorrow. English isn't my first language, shredded like cheese. Edit, wow, thanks for the awards, should have known my first award will come from a stupid cheese joke. They mean to get their body in good shape, usually with an abundance of muscles, but I will forever associate getting shredded with the cheese now. Thank you for this gift. It's a Gouda joke. You have to have a great workout poutine if you want to get shredded. Well, that's just unbelievable. I've heard cheddar. Havartian upvote. I remind myself that the pliosaurs ruled the oceans for 100 million years, and that rocks have fallen to the earth that are older than the solar system. To me, that puts life into context. I'm here for this brief moment, and though it may not always be thrilling, it is a very special thing to be alive. Edit, wow guys. Thanks for the rare medals. I'm still trying to find it. Finding your why could be the why. Passes joint. Thanks buddy takes joint. Accidentally throws joint on the ground. I am so sorry guys, this is my first time. Gets kicked out of the group. Person in your chat has been banned from the server. I need to feed my cat. No lie. My cat got me through rough times. She was the only thing I could look forward to. I would get home so depressed, and she would just run up to me and beg for lovings. Then it'd lie down and sit on my chest and purr with her head against my neck, and I would just sit there and smile for hours as I watched TV and had my little fur nugget loving on me. She saved my life. I'm in a much better mental state now, but damn, I miss that little sweetheart. She only passed 4 months ago. Maybe it's not time yet, but when it is, don't be afraid to find another kitty to adopt. Fur Nugget would understand and want you to keep handing out the loves. I think your heart grows a size with each pet you bond with. Smile. I think your heart grows a size with each pet you bond with. Wow, thanks for putting it in words. Because I don't know what will happen tomorrow, and I might as well find out. So, curiosity? Curiosity killed the cat. Or so they say. I always say curiosity killed the cat, but duck, I ain't no pussy. You're what you eat. I just ate some pussy. Ah bro, what was it like for your first time? Well, there was a lot of fur getting stuck in my mouth, but other than that it was pretty good. Hold up. Spite. Edit, I should clarify since this is getting a lot of attention, it's not spite at anyone or any group. Just basically saying duck you to the world that it can't beat me, until it does. OFC. I lack the constitution for suicide. Same dude. I've accepted periodic suicidal ideation as a way of life. It's just part of being me. But I'm too much of a pussy to ever do it, and there are like 3 to 4 people that would be incredibly pissed if I killed myself. So here I am. I recently had a breakdown where I felt the pain that my friends and family would feel if I chose to actually go through it. It felt so ducking terrible, I wouldn't wish that on them. So suicide isn't really ever a real choice. Plus, had a dream about being in purgatory that felt so fucking real and terrifying. Feeling my consciousness collapsing in on itself, but my mind panicked and wanted to live after all. Waking up from that was such a blessing. The thought that I wouldn't wake up from the real thing scared me enough to keep it for the time being. A breakdown like that was the epiphany, so to speak, that got me to the first step on my way up from the bottom. Of all things, it was a celebrity suicide that changed the way I thought. When Chris Cornell killed himself, it hit me, If I was sad over a celeb I didn't know Earl, imagine how sad my mom or LT boyfriend would be. Truly considering how crushed my mom would be. That was the beginning of things turning around. Things are better now. I'm by no means healed as a person, but every single day is better. Edit, clarity. My family. My dad died by suicide and, even in my darkest moments, I didn't want them to experience that kind of loss again. That was enough to keep me alive until I was well enough to get the help I needed. And they are still my greatest support. I hate that you had to go through that. People who have not survived a suicide have no idea what it's like. I had a loved one die by suicide also. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. My dad got diagnosed with dementia at 57 and I need to make it for him. As devastating as it's been at ''s. Oddly given me a new refreshing sense of purpose I was lacking before. My dad had dementia before he passed of cancer. The only thing I want you to never forget, is that the emotional memory is the one that goes last. So even when he won't make much sense verbally or his actions seem incoherent, he knows you're his child, and will recognize you and cherish your presence. Keep doing the things he loves with him like before. If he enjoys baseball, then keep watching games together, or books, gardening, etc. My dad loved desserts and the last thing he ever ate with me, my wife and the kids was chocolate mousse at the palliative care unit. Give lots of affection, be compassionate and patient. You got this. My wife and me wish you courage, strength and peace of mind. Right there with you, friend. Thanks a lot, very encouraging words. My dad does love me and it shows even though his memory is already really bad and I love him back. I am not trying to be a downer. But my grandmother at dementia. It's so hard, and it is awful. I'm saying this out of love and the also knowing the struggle and what it's like. My grandma didn't remember who I was but she thought I was a different family member. It was still hard and just keep loving your father. Good luck. Dementia, Alzheimer's, all of those are so awful because watching someone you love lose themselves is hard. But it was also a very purpose-giving experience for me too, and gave me a fresh new take on life. I will always remember my grandma as the classic sweet one with cookies every time ready. She was Italian, so food if you get what I mean. I'm rambling, but I just didn't want you to have high expectations, just reasonable ones, but have your hope high, and much love, Redditor. Because I truly believe the world holds many, many more good things for me to experience. Seems a shame to miss out when I don't have to. I like making people smile with what I do. I've pulled out of severe depression by going to events in costume and making people happy to see their favorite characters. That is why I do what I do, and what keeps me going, knowing that the things that I do while still alive make others happy. Happiness is so amazing it doesn't even matter if it's your own. That's a really nice smile. MX plus B. What if you're not straight? AX squared plus BX plus C. And if you're bi, it would be cause X. It's not my thing, but gays really love tangents. I don't have a Y, but a WTF instead. Why the duck? Actually relevant for me. It's partially spite for all the shit and partially curiosity in that I want to figure out how the world works and why certain things are so contrary to my expectations or intuition. I'm addicted to learning and understanding why something happened as a much needed painkiller for regret or confusion. Edit, to be honest, it's not as deep, or pretentious, as many of you all are interpreting it. Sometimes I just want to know why I bombed that job interview, or what people are thinking about that I don't know. Less nebulous things don't merit that much thought, except in certain cases where depth of understanding of the details can be really liberating. I've made it this far, may as well see what the world has left to offer. Keep going until you kill God, mate. The woman who said yes, that I waited 4 decades to find. I could have had others during that time, but I'm glad I waited, even if that means I am getting a late start.